and kind of getting more into the growing, you know, the science of it a little bit more, and kind of just, you know, the whole legal thing is kind of interesting, you know, the way that's going down. And I don't know how it is for you guys, but being in Humboldt forever is like, that's what everyone's been doing, you know, forever, my whole life. And so now that it's legal, it's fucked it up. And that's the craziest part, because people want to say like, yo, you know, it's legal. This is a good thing. You know, everyone wants it to be legal. You know, it makes sense in a way, but the laws aren't right, man. They're messing with everybody who is involved. So really what I like to do these days is kind of just more study what's going on, man, and learn how, you know, the corporations and the lawmakers, man, I'm getting more serious when it comes to being political, you know what I mean? Because that's really the rap that I grew up on, you know, the Public Enemy stuff, you know, the real music where it's not just la-di-da-di-da, we do drugs and we have guns and da-di-di-da. It's not really, it's never really been my thing. So I'm kind of learning more about being more political and kind of thinking about, like, you know, the kids are doing the wrong thing these days more than ever. It's worse than when we were listening to rap music in the beginning, right? Because our parents were like, yo, quit listening to that music. It's bad. It's fucked up. It's 1,000 times better than the shit that's out now.
Yes, sir, so, it is.
You know, that's really what I'm doing. That's really all I really do besides, you know, music. And, you know, I love football, so I'm into fantasy football here and there. I've been watching more UFC lately, actually, learning about those dudes. I don't know if you guys are into that, but that's been pretty. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, you know, man, normal stuff.
Tina just hit me up on the radio page and said the radio drop cut out when you did it. So she wants to know if you'll redo it because we're recording.
Oh, yeah, for sure. What up? It's Underrated on Underground Wicked Radio, chilling with my homie, djsnickerz and Toxic. What's up, y'all? Underrated, underratedworld.com, underrated on Instagram, underrated on Facebook, underrated on Spotify, underrated world everywhere. Let's get it.
Woo woo. Thank you, Tina, for that. I appreciate that.
Hey, Snickers.
Yes.
While he sparks up that joint, can we go to a song? It'll Be Better Tomorrow.
It's my favorite one. I love that song. I love that song. We play it for everybody. I love it. We love it.
With his puppy Breezy.
Yeah, she just ran in here, actually. She wanted to be on here.
Oh, is she there with you?
Yeah, she just ran out of the room. I think she heard the song again. It was going to come on, and she's like, I heard that too much. I'm out of here. But she'll be back.
I was about to ask where she was.
Yeah, she'll be in here again, I'm sure.
I got you, Tina. Tina wants to know how you come up with the name Underrated.
Because actually it's funny, if you knew the music when we started, my name was Baby J in the beginning, because I looked like I was like 10 years old when I was like 18. So Underrated, I mean, Baby J was my name, and then some other dude named Baby J came out right after we had just put out like our first album, I think it was. And so once that guy had his name, I had to change mine. So I changed it to Underrated because everywhere I'd go, you know, I would, you know, go do tours or whatever. And when they didn't really know us at first, so I would go, you know, do the sound check or whatever. And everyone there would think I was like the DJ or like just the guy helping out, because I'm as small and like, you know, quiet and da-da-da. And then when I do the show, everybody be like, oh shit, you were the dude from before? Oh shit. So like that's how it's always been. Like whenever I talk to anybody about stuff, like if I talk to someone who doesn't know that I rap or whatever, and I tell them that I'm a rapper, they go, oh yeah, sure, bro, yeah, whatever. And then they hear me and they're like, oh shit. So the Underrated, that word just kind of worked out, and I had to change my name to something, and we've always said that kind of thing, so it kind of just turned into that.
You know? Yeah, there you go, Tina.
Cool.
All right, Toxic, what was the name of the song?
It'll Be Better Tomorrow.
That was almost like my town home.
Are you playing?
I remember this one. All right, we're going to play It Will Be Better Tomorrow by Underrated. We'll be right back.
I love this song.
Good video, too.
I know. It makes me super happy. It reminds me of West Virginia.
You know, it's great. Are you guys playing that one right now?
Yeah, we're off.
Okay.
There it goes. I had to skip the ad on it.
Cool. Fuck the ad.
Right?
I'm like,
we're live while doing it because I'm through video while running through the radio server. We're on 2 platforms right now.
so we're still on right now?
Yeah, because we're live through YouTube and it's running into the radio server.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, it's echoing on his end.
May turn it off?
No.
How's it sound, Tina? All right, I got you, Tina. Apparently, they're not here. They're at the
I turned it more towards you.
Okay, I see what she's talking about.
Fired.
Technology is just
You're
fucking.
fired, Snickers.
Fired.
Technology is hating. Is that what you guys are hearing? Is just the beat on your end too?
No, I hear the words, but it's because I know what they are.
Yeah, I'm gonna do just the audio instead of the music video.
Well, I'm not saying like I hear it because I know.
Yeah, it does sound a little bit, I don't know if it's just me, but
No, it's not just me.
sounds shitty.
There we go.
I got kids on that.
It'll be better tomorrow. It'll be better tomorrow. It'll be better tomorrow. I see you losing hope. I see you
I apologize, homie. It was the equalizer setting.
We're weird. Here,
you couldn't hear me for a while, so now we're even. She's here. Hi, Breeze.
It'll be better tomorrow. It'll be better tomorrow.
She's there. You heard the song. Hi, Breeze. Bye, Breeze.
It'll be better tomorrow. It'll be better tomorrow. Yeah. It'll be better tomorrow. Gonna miss the shows, gonna miss the fans, man. I just really don't understand. All I'm asking for is a little bit of love. I wish to play got any more. So disappointed that I wasn't working out, of course. Now I'm sad as fuck, but I gotta be me no matter what. And I wanna be free. Got us all fucked up. This is my life and I can't. I got my paper bills, but I really just forget it. Trying to get through the hood, got no advantage, but I just feel no hard decision. I mean, in my life. I can't try to check it like rain in the night. Told myself from the beginning that I gotta run the light, so I need to keep it moving, never wanna lose sight. Running the night for happiness, but lately I don't feel it when I rap for this. Only this sinks in when I feel like shit, I just remember this. It'll be better tomorrow. 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 Yeah, it'll be better tomorrow.
Bring it back on the side. Yeah, I can probably do this.
It'll be better tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, definitely that one to the radio.
Nope.
All right, Toxic. Go for it. It's all you.
Let's see.
All nonchalant, like you don't have a mic.
What? What's your escape, bro, from what everyday reality? If you need to just get away, what's your escape?
I mean,
I honestly feel like weed is just like a good thing for that, you know? Because I see a lot of people, their escape sometimes is a little more, which I can understand. You know, I've done drugs here and there, not too many, and not you know. Whenever I got to a point where I felt like I was messing my life up or I was out of control a little bit, I tried to figure out a way to get out of that. And I've been lucky enough to kind of just now, weed kind of takes the edge off. That's pretty much it, man. And I don't know if you meant escape in a different way, but that's how I heard it. So I was like,
no, that's exactly what I meant.
Yeah, man, that's pretty much what it is for me. And I don't know. I've really seen a lot of people, you know, mess themselves up by getting addicted to a lot of other drugs, and those drugs are put here to fuck everybody up. And so
yeah,
I get sad, you know, I get sad because it's a hard fight, and I see that, and it's like, you know, even that song we just played, like, although I wasn't talking anything about that, people could hear that chorus and be like, yo, you know, I want my shit to get better. And a lot of people hit me up like, yo, man, that song helped me a lot. And to me, that's like, dude, I remember one time one person said, yo, I was going to off myself basically, and I didn't because of your music. And this was a long time ago. But when one person said that, I was like, look, I'm one person. And if one person just did that, I just done that good. Like, that's the best part about making music to me. About that song. What's up?
I said that's just like her and I's message with gut check. That's exactly it. Yeah, basically. Yeah. And
it's just people aren't helping each other enough in this world for real anymore. And it's I don't know. Maybe I got older and realized it now, but it just feels bad right now. And so if I can make music that's gonna help people, dude, I can't even, you know, complain about anything at that point. Because like I said, bro, if one person for real didn't kill themselves because of something I said, it's already like, yo, I've lived my life and done something like that. Just one, and bro. I feel like it's happened so much now with this song. It's like, oh my god. So it just feels good, man, to be able to help like that. And that's really what I want to keep doing as much as I can, you know, show people that, look, man, this world's fucked up. Like we were talking about the weed thing before, like everything's fucked up. Like the big corporations are fucked. They don't give a shit about us at all. I don't know, leave that big corporations, but you know what I mean. Those type of people on the top. No one cares about us. It's like if we're gonna keep fighting, bro, nothing's gonna get settled and solved, and nothing's gonna get better. So you know, I'm trying to at least do my part, my little part to help, and it makes me feel, you know, worthy of what I should be doing, you know. So
Toxic, homie.
Exactly.
Why don't you tell him what the face paint means, the half and half? Because I do like that concept behind that.
The whole thing with the face paint, the half and half was, it's the whole underlying, you know, juggalo thing, which I don't condone. I don't claim that no more. I'm over that shit. It is what it was. It's over with to me. But our face paint, half of our face being painted, I go by toxic poison, the antidote, meaning good and bad, your good and bad conscience, and using those two as a common balance, finding a common balance between the two, and using them together, and spreading the message of, go ahead, Candy.
It represents finding an inner peace, accepting that you're not always going to do the right thing because you're human, and that's okay. But instead of fighting yourself, finding that balance, becoming one with it, and growing, learning, and moving on from it.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, like, for real. Because I like how you said that too. Like, you know, you're never gonna always do the right thing. You know, you're always gonna mess up, but you gotta find somewhere inside of you that's like, yo, I messed up, but you know, I gotta learn from it and move forward. And like, I don't know why I feel like people get ashamed that they messed up, so they don't want to go back and try to fix it. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
I fucked up. I'm just gonna keep fucking up. Fuck it. But
exactly.
I hear you though, man. I hear you. Everyone.
And that's what spreads the negative vibes.
Yeah.
When all negative vibes, and we will see demons before our very own eyes, manifest before our very own eyes, before our time is up. If that positivity don't take over, which is what we're trying to do with, you know, Gut Check Music.
See, that's my favorite part about music. You were saying helping people, and you help one person, and you do it indirectly. You know, you speak your mind, you say what you need to say, and it helps people. But I think that it's because so many people have been told to keep their mouths shut, and they've been led in fear, and so they're afraid to speak. So they've never heard what they feel or what they need to say. And not being afraid to say what we need to say, being artists, is so important to be able to move those people who are afraid to speak.
No, it's funny you guys say that, because this is the main reason Mars from Dark Lotus, you know who that is, Underrated?
Mm-hmm.
He is now doing Christian music, trying to set the same example. He went from talking about the devil and killing and all that to trying to worship, like, having meaning behind the music, basically. All right, I'm going to take a hot seat question. This is one of my favorite ones, not the one you're thinking, Toxic. All right, so
he already answered that one earlier.
Yeah, he did too. But
he did in that Juggalo song. He said he did.
Yeah. All right, so Underrated.
Yeah,
you're gonna live in an album for 5 years. You got to choose an album. All the characters and all the storylines are going to come to life. So you will live in this album for 5 years. What album would you want to live in?
Oh, man. What the hell? I've done that for 5 years?
Yep.
Can I answer the question after the next question so I can think about that? God damn, that's
gets them every time. Go ahead, Toxic, take one.
Yeah, because you start saying people's names, and then you start thinking like, no, and then think of somebody else. I'm like, no. I think of somebody else. I'm like, no. I mean, okay, sorry. What's the next one? My bad.
What annoys you the most? What's your biggest pet peeve that other people may do that annoys the shit out of you?
Oh man, I hate it when people are eating and they make that noise. They're like, that too. But I'm talking about that for sure. But I'm talking about the one where people are kind of hungry and they kind of like moan while they eat. You know what I mean? And you're like eating quietly, normal, and you're trying to taste your food and be happy, and they're like over there going, and you're like, I don't know why that gets to me. That's the first one. But the other one, bro, can I do another one? Because the fucking chalkboard one with the fingernails, bro, that one, some people are like, what do you mean? That's fine. And I hear that. For real, it's pretty much the end of my life. Like, it's bad. Yeah.
All right. I got another question before you finish that one I took earlier. Homie, what do you got from upcoming projects?
Oh man, I have too many right now. That's the problem. It's like I keep doing things that I want to do nowadays, exactly how I want to do it. So then I do some, and then I get a little bit not bored of it, but something else catches my attention. Then I do that. Then I do that. Then I do that. So now I have a website with like 10 different things I'm trying to do at the same time. So now I'm sitting here like, okay, I have 3 albums I'm trying to do, because I started doing like, I wanted to do a solo album. Then I started doing, I was like, this is hella lonely. You know what I mean? Because I never did it like that before. So I started doing it. I was like, that was cool. That It'll Be Better Tomorrow song got, finished like that. And like different songs and shit have come out that's cool. But then I was like, halfway through, I was like, this is kind of like, I got to do something else. So then I hit Liquid Assassin. I'm sure you know him, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So he I hit him up, and we've always got along really good. So I hit him up, and I was just talking to him, and we kind of just were like, yo, let's make a song. The song was fun, and we just kept doing stuff. And so that was fun. So then I started that. And then my dude, Garth Vader, who's from out here, it's been rapping with me forever. And then he's into the weed political thing I was talking about. And he came to me, and I was like, yo, be on my album. And he was like, okay, cool. And he came with I was like, here's these 2 songs that I want you to do. And he was like, cool. Then he came to me with one that was like a political one. And he was talking about, you know, the laws being fucked up and the fucking helicopters coming by trying to get you because you're growing a plant. And the normal things that we go through in Humboldt, that's a normal thing. Our families, somewhere, somebody's involved, your best friend, everyone's involved in that whole life. So when he came to me with that, I was like, yo, no one can rap about this except us, bro. Like, no one can rap about what's going on in the marijuana place from the beginning that has been doing it for 50 years. And now everyone's coming in and saying, marijuana is legal now, and we're going to have stores that sell it, bro. Do you know how weird it was when I saw a store selling weed, bro, at the beginning? Yeah. I was like, wow, what is going on? Like, this is something you don't do like that. And that just happens so fast. Everywhere everybody where I live, man, is going through it like bad. It's not good that it's legal. You know what I mean? It's good to a point. Like, I'm not hating on it being legal. Being legal is good because it shouldn't be illegal. But the fucking laws, the way that it works, bro, people will see when it comes to their state. They're going to be like, well, actually, you know what? They won't because they haven't been going through for 50 years, and then all of a sudden people come in and change it. You feel me?
So what is your take on all these people that are in prison for selling weed? You think they should let them out?
That's the kicker, bro. Like, that's the one thing. So it's like, this is how they do the laws, right? It was Prop 64, I think it was. So what they do is, in California, they say, okay, cool, we want it to be legal. Don't you? 18-year-olds, don't you? 21-year-olds, don't you? Fuck yeah, I do. Because then I won't get in trouble. And then my mom won't think it's as bad. And then I can go to the store and buy the shit. Fuck yeah, I want it legal. So then they just click. They just go, yes, on that prop. And that's how they write it up the top, too. Like, this will legalize marijuana and get people out of jail and do the right thing. And then you go, fuck yeah, that sounds perfect. But then when you read the rest of the shit, it's not good at all. And it fucks everybody. That's normal life, right? That's how business works. So that's what's happening, and that's what our album's about. Like, yo, this is not what it looks like. I'm trying to at least fast forward a little bit of brains with us. Like, there's a lot of people that think like this, but there's not enough. So it's like, I have the opportunity to touch people like in the Midwest, touch people in the South, touch people that don't know what's going on. Like, this is so fucking weird for us. Like, so that's why I'm excited. That album's coming out first. And we got a video that's going to be done in it's done already. I just got to put it out, and I'm so stoked to play it for y'all in the next couple weeks or some shit.
Hell yeah. So, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw what happened to Static G. He lost his money and his clothes.
I didn't.
Yeah, he was on tour with Haystack, man. He had all his money had saved up stolen.
Damn. When was that? Recent?
2 days ago.
Oh, wow. No, I didn't hear nothing about that. So what, on tour or what?
On tour had it happen, yeah.
Huh.
So here's a question for you. Now I'm going to make this question on the radio. So if you're on tour and you have all your money in a bag and 2 sets of clothes and it's stolen, what would you do? Would you continue the tour or would you cancel?
Oh, man, you can't cancel the tour, bro.
Oh, yeah.
No one cancels tours. I mean, you got a tour set up. If you don't have money, you got to figure out a way, bro. You got to. I don't know how. I would borrow money or something. If I didn't have any money, I'd figure out a way. I tell you that, I wouldn't go home.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I haven't been in that situation, to be honest, but you threw it at me, so I feel like that's what I would do, you know?
That's what he's doing, too. I got mad respect for him. A lot of the fans donated money to get him through the tour.
Hey, man, he's a cool dude. I think I met him a few times, but then he reached out to me this last year, and we did a couple songs, man. It's tight.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, he's tight.
I don't have that on the radio. I'm going to have to hit him up for it.
I don't know if he put it out yet, but I know it's tight. That shit's dope.
Oh yeah. So Toxic, what do you got for a question, homie? Kind of took over on you.
That's all right. When you was growing up, who was the artist that inspired you the most?
At the beginning, it was this rapper named Spice One. Have you ever heard of him?
I have.
Okay, so it's this dude. It's this dude from the Bay Area, and he just did something with his voice back then that was cool, I thought, and he kept it super gangster because that's how you had to be when music I listened to in the '90s when I really started getting into. I think it was like mid '90s. If you weren't a gangster, bro, you were just get out of my face. Like, who cares what you're saying? This is stupid. Like, you gotta be hard. So he was hard as fuck, but he flipped his words, man, like super cool, and he never really got the credit for it, but he would flip his words in his songs and make me want to be like, damn, that's just tight. Like, I learned from him a lot in the beginning, you know, so that's why I say him, because not very many people know of him. And then really, I almost was going to quit because everyone was so like gangster. And I was like, yo, I don't have anything to say. Like, everyone who listens to music like this, they're not going to give a shit what I say. And so I remember saying that, and I almost quit. And then Eminem came out, and I was like, yo, he's rapping about funny shit. He's rapping about just, you know, everything that no one's really rapped about, and putting it into crazy rhyme schemes and all that. And so I was like, oh, maybe I can rap still, you know? Like, I have been doing it for like 5 years before Eminem came out, which is weird because when you're doing it, if you remember when Eminem came out, bro, before Eminem, white rappers weren't even allowed. You feel me? Right. There was like Vanilla Ice, and of course there was Beastie Boys, and like, you know, props to some of the stuff before. Not even saying they were whack, they were dope. But I'm just saying it was very, very like, it was at that point, I think it was when Vanilla Ice stuff kind of ended, and white rappers were at the biggest, like, fuck you. If you're white and trying to rap, you're a piece of shit. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's how it was. So when Eminem came out, it was like, Dr. Dre said he's gonna be good, who is the best fucking producer of all time, pretty much. And so this is a white dude, you have to listen. And he put it, and he gave it to you like that, bro. And when that happened, I was like, oh shit, he said something about running into a washing machine and his bully beating him up, and he's just a dorky white dude. I was like, I can do this now. I can rap about whatever I want. You feel me? So that's kind of what it was. It was Spice One, gangster, flipping his voice and how he would rap. And Eminem, man, damn it. Not really his style, but just the whole idea of him.
The lyricals. Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I got a question for you, homie. When listening to new underground music, you prefer to hear an artist with a catchy lyric or an artist telling a story?
It depends, man. Like, telling a story is kind of hard to say, but I would say, like, I don't know, because the thing is with me is I'm usually in the mood to listen to something that sounds good, and I don't want my brain to go so far where I have to pay attention to the lyrics so much and give a shit like that, which I do a lot of the times, and I used to more, but now it's like, yo, the songs that blow up are the worst lyrically. Like, it's not that they're bad songs, because the dudes who perform them are dope. Like, they know how to make it dope. They know how to sound good. They got the best beats. The videos are cracking. Like, that's dope. But the
kind of like 6ix9ine.
Yeah, but bro, 6ix9ine. Okay, look, 6ix9ine. Like, but I'm just saying, man. I don't give a shit what. If you just remove everything he's done and everything that everyone knows about that they don't like about him or like about him, if you just look at the music, bro, the motherfucker's dope. And I don't give a shit what people say. It's not like the lyrics are so good, but the way he does it, bro, like, no one can do it. Like, I've never heard anyone do it. Just saying. And to be unique, it's hard nowadays. I don't give a shit. Like,
there's too many rappers out there to even be unique. So yeah, he does got something going.
His hair is a little much, you know, but
Mr. Rainbow Bright, I call him.
That part's whatever, but his music is the way he fucking uses his voice, man. Because when I did the smoke session thing, and I put different beats, and I rapped on different people's beats, so I kind of thought about how they rap when I was making this. And when I did a 6ix9ine beat, I went and listened to his shit, and I was like, I'm gonna try to do it like that. No, bro, I got to like this much, and I was like, that shit's hard. You got to give him credit for how he sounds. I don't give it. There's something about it. you know. So
he's done quite a few videos with some famous rappers now.
Yeah.
6ix9ine has. All right, Toxic homie, take a question.
You got you got the 2-minute drill, the 3-minute miracle, and the 4-minute drill, whatever. You got a 5 coming out?
Oh, okay. So it's like when you said what projects do you have? And I was like, well, let me just start from here. I got so much, man. I'm like, yes, I want to. So my plan was, which probably won't happen, but my plan is finish all 3 of these albums by the end of the year, because if I can come out with boom, 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 it'll be crazy for me to be like, look at all my ideas I've been doing. And I do this shit all myself, right? I mix it, I engineer it, I do it all. So it takes way fucking longer to get done. But I hope I can get 3 albums done and then do the 5-minute and put it out on 420 next year. That's my plan. That would be the shit. But I probably won't do it. Right on.
All right, I'll take a question. So, homie, to up to date, who do you think is the biggest collab that you've done with in the underground?
You mean in my
in your eyes? Yes.
I mean, I think Tech9 off the bat, but then I think E40, because there's something about E40 to me, like I was saying about kind of like the gangster shit from when I was young and I was started listening to the stuff. And then E40's been doing it from there, man, all the way till still. And like that's crazy. And Tech9's the man, and Tech9 fucking is a cool ass dude, and like he did so much that he didn't have to do when I was around, and he's just that he's a real dude, and finding real people in the industry is kind of hard. So him and 40, and they're both like that, and E40's just like that too. I don't know him as well at all, but you know, at certain times I did meet him and talk to him. It's just that he's on a different level of cool, and then that's, you know, plus they're that big, you know what I mean? So I'd have to say, if I had to pick one, I say 40, just because everyone says Tech.
It's one of my old lady's favorite rappers, actually, E40. I got to take this hot seat question, I guess. He did answer it kind of earlier. You know who Brother Lynch Hung is?
Oh yeah.
Dilemma?
I've heard his name. I don't know a lot about him, but yeah.
He's on the song My World with Tech9 and a few others that are on my radio.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've interviewed him a couple times, but these guys made this question famous on my radio. So I'm gonna take this. All right, so underrated homie, have you ever ate a girl out on her rag? You ever into Red Wings?
Man, that is a terrible question. But you know what? It's funny. How I was talking to you guys right when I
Yep.
That didn't have to do with that. You just already had this.
This is the question he's asked for years
on my radio, man. For years,
right.
I've been asking this.
All right, no, I haven't, but I just made a song about it.
That's funny. There's health benefits to this. To eat a girl out on a rag, homie.
What are the health benefits?
They give out pro antibiotics when they're on their period, so it keeps your immune system built up, keeps you healthy.
So you eat that instead of vitamin C, or what?
Pro antibiotics. It's better than eating a glass of yogurt. 100 times better. Google it.
Fuck, man, I'd rather eat
Rusty coins.
That's just too much, man.
Isn't I gotta take it out with my teeth and slap it against my cheeks.
Brother Lynch Hung, man, he didn't know what to say. His manager, World, rest in peace, homie. He passed away. Hit me up and he's like, bro, you can't be asking him game questions on the air. I didn't know he was a Crip. So Red Wings means a whole different concept to him. He had to go ask his old lady in the background what it meant. She was laughing so hard she couldn't tell him. It was great.
That's too much, man. I love Brother Lynch though. Brother Lynch music is fucking awesome. Yes,
it is. He's
sure.
killing it.
Oh man,
yep.
Always.
All right, Toxic question.
If you had a chance to talk to God and the devil, what would be the first thing you'd say or ask them?
I try not to talk to him really, honestly. It's like I mean, I feel like I'm trying to take care of myself, and so I feel like I only talk to them when something's not going right. So I try not to, because I'm trying to figure out shit on my own. But you know what? I would kind of say like, yo, why are people so bad to each other? And why didn't you guys figure this out? Because either one of you, man, even if you're the devil, like you still want to get along with somebody, like, you know what I mean? So
Exactly.
yeah, just about that. I think the older I got, the more I realized peace is really is really real, and like people even use that and pretend like they're that way too, because that's the in thing right now. But like, you know, I'm in Humboldt, man. This is a hippie ass town for real, and I've been here my whole life. So when people say hippie this and hippie that, I take it for real, because people called us hippies when we were young, like a bad name, like fuck you hippie, you dirty ass hippie. And so you get called that for real. And then now there's people saying hippie this, hippie that, like, yo, like it's a good thing. And I'm like, well, hold on, something's weird around this about this thing. But I understand the concept, but the thing is people aren't acting that way. Like, you can't use the word if you're not going to act that way. You know what I mean? Like, that's a real word to me. So that's why it's just like, you know, be better to each other, man. What the fuck is wrong? Why does everyone have to get over on each other and just be assholes? I don't understand, you know? And so that's what I would ask them.
They've lost the love to themselves. They got to look in the mirror and face their fear.
They do, man, but so many people are, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not just one person. It's so many people.
I know. It's a lot easier to hate than it is to love nowadays.
Yes, sir.
I guess so, man. That must be it.
All right. So UnderRated homie, what is the most important thing you own for equipment in your studio for recording music?
This is my computer that got everything that I've been, you know, spending 15 years upgrading and, you know, trying to get it right and get the right plugins and get the right everything just in one box, you know. And that's like what I probably spent half my life sitting in front of, like a psycho weirdo, like thinking that. Yeah, you were telling me you're a nerd learning about the audio and stuff, and like I'm right with you, man. I'm right with you. That's why I was like, damn it, I should have done this earlier, because bro, I'm like you, and for me to not have that audio work, I take that serious. I'm mad right now that it didn't work before the show. So
yeah, technology pisses me off all the time, man. I've been running the same radio server for 10 years. I won't give it up. And it hasn't died. A 99 Dell computer.
Oh, no, really?
Hold up. I hate turning the graphics away from the green screen. Like this thing has been running for 10 years, 24/7, playing the radio.
I see it now.
And I have a spare one sitting over there.
Bro,
I've never had to use it. Like technology now, if you do that with a newer computer, it would burn out. The process should be done after a year.
Hey, I'm right with you, man. I don't even want to tell you what I've been using to make music on. Like, you'd be like, what the hell are you doing, bro? And dude, I'm telling you, it sounds like that. Like mine, I'm gonna tell you anyways. It's a Mac Pro 2000, the first one that came out, 2006, and I upgraded everything, and it still kind of works. I just got a new computer. It's funny you bring it up, because I was just trying to get it all done before I was talking to you guys, and I'm almost there, bro. And I'm gonna have a new computer, and you should upgrade your 99 Dell, bro.
I don't want to, man. I did it for a year. I changed to a 2008 Dell, and if the processor burnt out after like 6 months running 24 hours. But so I went back to the old one. It couldn't. Did it
run faster for that small amount of time? 6 months though.
All I use is to play rotation in the music, so I didn't really notice. I didn't use it for anything else.
All right. 99 Dell for life.
Yep. All right, Toxic Homie, what do you
got? What's your most memorable memory that you can think of to date?
Memorable memory.
Damn, doing music.
What's that?
Yeah,
doing music.
Doing music.
You know, it's just what it goes back to what we already talked about, bro. Like, I did my own. I try to, you know, go and do something by myself. And the very first video I did is that It'll Be Better Tomorrow. That's the very first thing I did by myself. And that song has more views than any video I've ever done in my life. You feel me? So that to me that's my thing, man. That's pretty.
Well, here's one for you. I like to hear from different artists how they overcome this. So UnderRated, man, what are you doing to get writer's block? Like, how do you try to get out of the situation?
I still suck at it, bro. I still suck at it, bro. Like, I still suck at it. After like 20 years, bro, I still suck at it. I sit there and get mad at myself. I sit there and go, maybe I suck. I'm not even joking. I say that like, damn, maybe I can never do this again.
Hell no.
Never gonna happen again. Kind of. Not to that degree of crazy, but close. It like I really start feeling bad. So what I have to tell myself usually is, yo, when it comes to writing, you can't force that. You cannot force writing, period. That's it. Leave it. If you have the feeling that you're like that, don't even try. Don't even. Why would you? If you got something you want to put out, you're going to feel it. And that's going to be the best song you fucking do anyway. So why are you forcing the shit? Go get some ice cream.
Right.
And then when you do beats is this one dude told me one time, he was like, yo, if you're making beats, he's like, if you're making shitty beats, and you don't feel good about them, just remember, bro, you just rose the bar is all it is. You just did the same thing. Same with rapping. Like, if you feel bad about what you did, yo, you just did that before. Now the bar has risen. You know what I mean? Don't feel bad because you're not, you only have writer's block because you're trying to do something better. There's nothing wrong with that. You feel me? Like that's not good enough. Oh, you weren't saying it at the beginning. At the beginning, you weren't saying that. At the beginning, you were so happy to just rhyme and rap it and hear yourself. You got to go back to that love. That's the shit right there. That's the same with the beats, man. This dude was like, if you make one good beat out of 10, you're killing it. And I was like, oh, so these 9 that I just made that I'm mad about, I'm still okay? Like, yeah, okay. A couple sucked. Okay, cool. We'll keep it moving. Like, but I'm lucky because I can move from, making beats. And then I'm like, oh, I suck at making beats. I'm going to try to write a rap. Oh, I suck at rapping again. Now I'm going to go make beats. You know what I mean?
So you make beats too, homie?
Oh yeah, man! I made like all of the beats, pretty much. I mean, not all of them, but a lot of them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. Now I see you're friends with a lot of artists off LSP. Do you follow them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know, cause Liquid, and then Scum from Scum, man. I've known him forever, and he has that spot in Denver, and him and Troll would always bring us out to do shows, and they were always like the biggest one of the tour as far as underground. Like, there's nobody doper in my underground like touring than that's the Roxy with Troll and
it just sucks Steve doesn't own the Roxy anymore.
Oh, is it different now?
Yeah, it's a lot different now. Steve walked away, man. He kept getting ripped off, so Steve doesn't do it anymore.
Oh, I didn't know that, man. I just know that. Yeah, and just know LSP and them, and I know a couple of the other people on there too. They just seem to be cool people.
Small Ones and Scum are dope. I've interviewed them quite a few times.
They're just real people, man. And I like that, That's all you need.
Underrated. What is your pros and cons you can give to a new artist starting out? Like what to watch for and what would be good to do starting out?
Starting out, like where at? Like you've never
rapping. Sorry, I didn't even finish it. Yeah.
Oh, you're
rapping.
But like you mean someone who's like, hey man, I think today I'm gonna write my first rap song, or do you mean like someone who's done 100 songs and they're like, what the fuck? Why am I not getting shows? What should I do right now? That person? Who are we talking to?
The second one. I've never asked that. That's a good one.
All right, yeah, that's funny. I would just say, bro, man, don't try to put your shit out, bro, unless you yourself watch that shit and go, holy shit, that is undeniable. Fuck everybody, because when I hit play, I'm going to turn around because I already know they're going to go like, oh shit, if you don't put your music out like that, why are you fucking putting it out?
Amen.
Oh, yeah. That's what's up.
So what I'd say to those people is have fun, bro, and don't try to force your music out. Don't put your demo out before it's mixed right. Don't fucking, do your first 5 songs and say, yeah, I got an album. Nah, bro, make 100. Make 100. You feel me? For real, make 100 because
Toxic. No, just kidding.
What's up?
I was picking on Toxic. I'm like, Toxic.
Oh, nah, he got to have more than 5.
He's been folded.
Yeah.
I made that mistake. I made that mistake.
Hey man, you know what? It's a normal thing to do, bro. Like it's a normal fucking thing to do. I'm just saying, I came at it from the weird side of like I was so antisocial when I was a little like just starting rapping. Like I felt like I was so young back then. And my thing was like, I don't want to go out there and do shows and shit like that. I just want to make songs, and if people like them, cool. I'm having that much fun. I made 200 fucking songs before we put an album out, and it was crazy because it made me that much better. Like I don't want to put out. That's why I haven't put out my album yet. I don't want to put it out until it's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Because why else would I do that? So I would just say keep having fun, and if you love doing it, you'll figure that out later. But right now, it's not the time. Right now, just make songs and get better and have fun, and figure out a way to live and survive. Because you're not going to get money for that shit. Okay, you got to another level of it to get to money, and it's way over there. You got to make hella songs so you can bust these motherfuckers and then go get some of the money over there.
Yep.
So what do you got, Toxic?
What do you where's your passion at? Is it in the writing or your producing and making the beats?
Where's my what at? I'm sorry.
Where's your heart at? Is it more in the producing and making the beats, or in the writing and the lyrics?
I think it's more in the lyrics right now. You know, like I love making beats more because remember I was telling you earlier, I was like, yo, you can't really rap. No one gives a shit about what you say. You're a fucking dude in a small town. No one cares. You got to be hard and rap about what other people like. So at that point, I thought it was beats. But then once I started figuring out, yo, I can say what the hell I'm thinking and people actually are relating to this shit. That's when I was like, oh, being myself is actually cool. Oh, okay. So now I'm kind of like, yo, like I'm just trying to have fun, man, and show people that it's okay to be cool to each other. So you don't got to be fucking hard to be like respected and you know, treat people shitty. Like why? So I feel good because I can say something and people are starting to listen. You know, I have a voice in some type of way, so it feels good to be able to express shit that a lot of people aren't, I feel like.
Why is underground and independent artists like, why aren't we heard as much as the mainstream assholes and shit? Why? Because all underground and independent artists, they be you know, putting their heart and everything they got in it, but yet we're still like, you know, underrated or underestimated and not heard. But yet that's where it's at, though. You know what I'm saying?
I think, bro, I think it's crazy because this is part of my deep thinking on this shit. It's like, you know, the Illuminati stuff and all that weird shit you hear people talking about, you know, there's something about that that's the truth. But at the same time, when you publicize that shit, because I got stuck in my YouTube Illuminati rotation, like some people, and I watched the shit. And then once I realized that, like 10 videos in, I realized, yo, these people are trying to get views and subscribes too. It's there's no extra like realness going on. So I don't know if that's really the case, but I know there's something going on where, yo, they want rap music to be that like we were talking about earlier, the drugs and the guns and the fuck the girls, that's the three. I feel like, I don't know what I'm probably missing something, but those are the main things where they're like, yo, if you do that, we're going to put you up higher because we want to spread that. We want people to hear that. And we want blame it on rap music too. And make, you know, if you could say most rappers still, it's the urban community. Let's blame it on that for these guns and these killings and these treating women bad and these everyone's doing drugs. Like that if you're not doing that, bro, it's hard for you to get to that point. If you're talking about the top shit, to me, in my opinion, I don't really give a shit about. I mean, I want to be successful and I want to feel good about what I'm doing. So obviously I want to do better and better in music, but I would never want to be like that. Like, it's so stressful to even think about. Every little thing you're doing matters to like this amount of people. Like, if you do something wrong, that many people might not eat that day or whatever it might be. That's some shit I don't want to ever feel. So I don't, but I think that's why the views go there, man. I think that's why people know the mainstream, because they're doing that shit that they want them to do. They're promoting the violence and the guns and the drugs. And that's why they're there on the top.
That's why Slim Jesus blew up for a while.
Yeah, but Slim Jesus, man, did you? Oh my God, bro! When you seen him though. When I seen it, I was like, God damn, this is gonna blow up.
Yep, and it did.
Fuck yeah.
White nerdy kid holding guns, man. Fake freaking gangster.
And then said it wasn't even real later. That's my favorite part. Like people don't care. I'm like, that's cool. I don't care either. I think it's fun. It's entertainment. It is what it is. But it's like it gets lost in translation. Like it used to be, we had to be 100% real when we rap, you know. And I guess Juggalo shit is kind of like that too. You kind of make up stories and you do different things that might not be 100% true, but it's fun to think about that. It's like a movie, which is all good. But then there's people that are super real and then they get offended, which I feel too. So it's like, it's a hard thing to deal with. But
I see a couple Juggalo rappers I'm friends with that you are, like Hex Rated. I see him on your friends. From SKR.
I just, I mean, I'm super down with it, bro. Like the thing about the Juggalo shit is dope to me, always was the thing that I'm talking about. Yo, they treat each other good for the most part. Not saying perfect, bro. There's still fights and people fucking get mad at each other. But the Juggalo community, bro, when I was more going on tour and more seeing it, what was going on, I don't know if it's the same. It probably
it's not, man. It's
not
nowhere near the same.
I feel you. Your Juggalo kind of feel is like how I feel about weed. It's the same shit. You're like, yo, I was there. I saw how it was. Now it's cool, kind of, but not really. It's not the same as it used to be. I feel you. I feel what you're saying. But what I do love about it is it started like that. And it was that. And when I was there, I was like, yo, these are people that, you know, whatever, however you want to say it. For some reason, the Juggalo music brings people that have their own way of thinking, kind of, or they maybe don't fit in some popular group or whatever it is. It's kind of cliche to say, but I'm saying that's real though. And so like those people sticking together to me is a cool ass thing. Like that's a place for people to fucking like communicate on the same level where that's not on TV. That's not the drugs and the girls and whatever. It's just it's kind of like a cool, like, no, it was a family, like a peaceful thing, you know. I like that. I love that.
Us old school Juggalos, it's still that way. I'm 36, and the older ones are like that, but some of the younger generations they've taken it way the fuck out of whack.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. But you know, it's like how we were saying about the weed thing too. Once you have something that kind of does something and kind of gets attention from people, that's it's been going on a certain way, people are going to try to come in and hang out and figure out why they're Juggalos too, or whatever that might be. And that's going to fuck the whole thing up. So that's, you know,
same thing with smoking weed. Yep. I hear you.
Now everyone's involved and everything's trying to change in different ways where we're like, yo, bro, this is how it was. This is how it is. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? So, yeah.
So here's a question for UnderRated. I've always thought MTV should do a show trying to help out dope underground rap artists. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think that's tight, but you know, like when I watch stuff like that, bro, I just get mad. I just feel like, God damn, like this is sometimes it's real, but sometimes it's not, because when it's on TV, I feel like they're gonna change shit politically for some reason, why this person's gonna win or whatever, you know. That might even be money. Like that's how crazy I think shit is right now. So I would like it, but at the same time, I feel like I like making my own decision. I don't really want to see people on TV or put together and be like, this person, here he goes, this person, here you go. I'd rather just find music that I like randomly, organically, and just be like, yo, that motherfucker bust, and I've never heard of him and no one hears of him and he's dope. That's my favorite.
We're more divided than we are united.
Yes.
At that point though, being put on TV, would it still be considered underground? Because then you have to, I mean, being on TV in general, you have to watch what you say, you have to do the, you know what I mean? Otherwise they won't play it. Isn't that the whole point in being an independent artist? Or I mean, because we've discussed this before several times, you know, in these interviews, what the difference between underground and mainstream artists are. And personally, I think that there are way not better, but there are equal artists on both sides of the spectrum as far as talent goes. The difference is the willingness to conform and do what, you know, media and, you know, they want you to do, as opposed to doing and saying the things that you want to say. And that's where that line is drawn. So being put on TV And doing the show and conforming and doing what they say, is it still considered underground? I guess is my question.
I don't know. I don't know if the underground is like a certain word that means something exactly really to me. I just kind of feel like underground is just to me kind of like somebody who you don't know your name, like you say, oh snap, yeah, Johnny likes rap music. Oh, hi Johnny. Oh, I like rap music too. Have you ever heard of boop? And then when you say that name, if you think, you know, the majority of people know who that is, then they're probably not underground. That's how I kind of do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
All right, we're going to take some final questions. I knew you wanted to stay on for only a half an hour. I don't want to keep too much more your time because I know you're recording. Talks, you got any other questions before I take the final?
No, man, not really. I just appreciate your time, Underrated, and you've been inspiration to me as an artist, and I do follow your music, and I have for years, and I appreciate your time greatly, and thank you for coming and talking with us and interviewing with us and all that good shit.
Hell yeah,
It means a lot.
Fuck yeah.
Hopefully someday in the studio.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys for real. I really do. And when you hit me up to do it, I was like, oh fuck yeah, I will. And you guys seemed a little surprised almost. And I was like, fuck that, bro. That's tight. Let's do this, man. Huh?
I definitely was. You don't see too many artists of your stature getting back to their fans the way you did. And
but that's
that's another thing.
But that's what I was telling you before, man. Like that's what makes me do what I do, you know, for real. Like that's part of it to me. Like that's so hell yeah, you want to do something, let's get it, like whatever it is, you know. I wanted to actually get to you earlier so the audio would have worked faster, so but that was the only thing.
It happens, homie. I've interviewed quite a few artists and a lot of them blown up, and then I try to get them back on for an interview and they're just basically like fuck off.
Yeah, you know, man, that's like there's a lot of different people doing stuff that you don't really know, like if it's something, you know, and then I could imagine if I was on a different level. You feel me? Like I'm whatever, you know. I get hit up for interviews, and really I didn't want to do interviews for a long time, but then y'all seem super cool, so I was like, fuck yeah, you know.
Appreciate that, homie.
Yeah.
All right, is there anything on the interview we have not covered that you want to discuss?
Not really, man. I'm just doing my thing, like trying to get the 3 albums done, hopefully this year, you know, collaboration with Liquid Assassin, collaboration with Garth Vader, and I'm excited that I get to just be myself in my music now, and that's pretty much it, man. Like I appreciate you guys.
Get those fucking L's up, everybody. Cool shit, man. Cool shit.
All right.
So, you know who Damien Quinn and them is too, then, if you listen to LSP. Dark Half?
Huh?
Dark Half. They're on LSP too.
Oh, okay. I don't know all of them. I just know I try to pay attention when I do see it, you know?
I know too many people in the underground, man. I've been doing it for a while. All right, homie. So did you enjoy your interview on Underground Wicked Radio? Would you come back?
Yes, and fuck yes.
Oh yeah, homie. If anytime you need help promoting albums, next, like hopefully in the future when you get your albums done, we'll get you back on to help promote. I'll actually by then I'll be down in the studio with Toxic, running the radio from there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait.
Cool. Well, good luck to you guys, man. Have a good night.
You too, bro.
You too, homie. Thank you for your time.
Thanks again, man.
All right, you guys.
All right.
Later.